Just let me pine like a tree. I want to be a tree.
I'm the Lorax. I speak for the trees.
Hello friends and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up. Thanks in advance. Today we are jumping back into r/Tales of Neckbeards. Oh yeah! I got the sound effects and everything. Because today we are returning to the, I don't even remember what we called him, Camelotbeard, I'm pretty sure is the name. It's that high school classroom that was full of students who are part of imaginary real world nations. And they're just like completely battling it out. It's a lovely thing to see. It's a horrible thing to see. I'm rather enjoying the tale. We've had, 3 entries thus far? And then OP kind of ghosted us a little bit, but it turns out she came back around. Thank goodness. I was not looking forward to dropping this series. Funnily enough, somebody was in the comments like, hey, what happened to that series? I'm like, I don't even know, bro. And it seems they have manifested the story because it was only posted an hour ago. So yes, great timing. I'm happy to read it. We'll jump back in. But first, you know what we got to do. We got to get those plugs and disclaimers out of the way. So let's do that. And then we will dive right into some of this Tales of Neckbeards cringe. World War Weeb! International Relationships. Hello guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Hello, user Sincerely Sinclair. Welcome back. I'm so glad to see you, like, for real. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't want to bug you in the DMs, but I was missing this story for sure. My deepest apologies for not updating. Midterms and finals came and just basically dragged me out. College. What a fun time. I mean, hopefully that degree is gonna enhance your life in some way, you know? Just make a pact with yourself and with me right now that you're not gonna let it go to waste. Don't ever settle for less than. Anyways, now I'm done. Hey! And I'm free for the next few days, so this tale of Neckbeard woe will finally get an update. Praise hallelujah. So, let us begin and dive once more into the depths of a fake Englishman and his cronies harassing fellow teenagers during history class and beyond. That ain't good. Nobody likes this. So far, it's basically just been the beard harassing OP to drink some tea, and then the comment section blowing up about good types of tea that I might like, because I've stated in the video that I don't like tea. But before we get to any of that, let's get to the cast list. We got OP, 14 female at this time, a weeb, a crybaby, and the new kid at school, the Neckbeard, aka Camelotbeard. Think of your usual Neckbeard with a fetish for Japan, but this kid was instead obsessed with England. He fully believed himself to be King Arthur, my fellow readers, and that the history class was his domain. He was out of class today, though, due to being sick. The king can't get sick. You can't let the people know that. There might be an uprising of the peasants. That's basic. Sir Galahad, aka Sir Not Appearing in Class Due to Family Issues, is a neckbeard in training who was Camelot's sycophant. He was born without a personality. Tragic condition that. Sounds to me like it's gonna be a slow day in Beard World. We're missing both of our beards. What's going on here? Cleo, my best friend, she's got beauty, she's got grace, and she wants to punch Camelotbeard in the face. I like that. That rhymes.
Nice rhymes, man.
El Cid is the unofficial ruler of the Spain table, and he has had it up to here with Camelotbeard's bull. Isabella is El Cid's older sister, who sometimes ran the Spain table. Cool, reserved, and an enjoyer of Neckbeard's suffering. Aren't we all? It wouldn't surprise me if she's on this subreddit, laughing at the Neckbeards. Isabel and Cid are non-fraternal twins. Oh, well that answers the question that I had in the last video about how they're in the same class if they're siblings. I think I also got lambasted in the comments a little bit, but I never claimed to be a smart man, alright? Isabella was born first, and so El Cid was born, obviously, second. Sorry for the confusion, it slipped my mind. Well, it also has something to do with the fact that I record these at 4 a.m. and never do a second take on principle, so sometimes dumb shit slips in there. I don't know what you want. Like I just said a bad word for no reason at all, and YouTube's gonna ding me for it. They're counting, okay? Let's try to avoid it for the next 2 minutes or so. Anyways, let's go! Spending time at the Spain table was a blessing, and I say that because of 3 things. They were the class clowns, they were all chill as hell, and best of all, El Cid's looming presence kept Camelotbeard well away from me. Well, it sounds like you found a home. This didn't stop him from eyeing me in class, though. I could feel his gaze drilling into the back of my head. No amount of Pokemon card trading or discussing the finer points of Death Note. I cringed at this part. We thought we were so philosophical. I mean, you're 14, yeah. It takes a while to catch up and realize that everybody has had that exact same original thought. Whether they read it online or came up with it for themselves. So yeah, discussing these things with Miguel could have made things better. I stayed close to El Cid. If I wasn't hanging out with him, I stayed with large groups of people. Because yes, there was safety in numbers. Unfortunately, as many people are apt to do, whenever 2 people spend a great deal of time together, it's kinda just automatically assumed that they're interested in one another and are now dating. By public decree, you are now dating. I've had it happen. It's really awkward. You have to explain it to everybody. Oh, she's not your girlfriend? You guys are together all the time. Like, yeah, can't we just be together all the time? Does it have to have that element to it? And that's one thing that doesn't get any better after high school. Ugh. Anyways, one Monday, I went into gym class and was informed by Cleo that I was in a relationship with El Cid. But I'm not, I protested as we ran around the gym. Running laps was more like a casual walk. Our coach was old school, but he was a lazy guy who believed in making students do some sort of activity rather than an organized game or stretches or anything. Yeah, that's a gym teacher that 100% does not care. He's like, I don't know, go walk around the track. I'm gonna go have a cigarette in the parking lot. That's the kind of gym teacher I would be.
Teacher, he doesn't have a pencil.
I don't give a fuck.
Cleo and I chose to walk. Sometimes we would get competitive, and it would turn into a running contest between Cleo and I, but for now, it was a walk. All you need to say is 1, 2, 3, go, and it instantly changes into a race. Isn't that interesting? That's not what everyone else thinks, she said, picking up the pace. I don't even like him like that. I stopped myself short. Declaring my affection for Lancelot in the middle of class was definitely not in my best interests. Yeah, keep that one under your hat. Lancelot's gonna get kicked out of the round table if King Arthur finds out. Yes, Cleo laughed, seeing how hard I blushed. Nothing, I quickly muttered. Oh man, it takes me right back to high school, I tell you. It was an awkward kind of hell, but it was also fun in its way. I think maybe that's nostalgia talking, though. I found my untied shoelaces more fascinating than discussing my crush. I hadn't spoken to Lancelot since I came to school. I didn't know how to approach him, and because he was at the UK table and therefore close to Camelotbeard, I could not develop a battle plan to invade and ask my target out. Oh, here's where the sick day comes in. I see what you plan, OP. That's a good one. That's a good one. You bided your time. You know, romance only happens if you tell the other person that you like them, right? I know, OP said. So, tell him, Cleo urged. No. OP, you can't expect him to make the first move if he doesn't even know that you're interested in him. He's a sweet guy. Do it. Wait, does she know who you're talking about, like, automatically? Maybe it's, like, super obvious or something like that. But yes, I would say 9 out of 10, 99 out of 100, you have to tell a guy that you are interested because we don't pick up on signals like that. It's just like, oh, cool, we're hanging out. Cool, we're talking about stuff often. But unless you make the statement, there's generally no presumption of romance, at least for myself. Maybe I'm just blind. I don't know. Maybe other dudes pick up on it, but from what I've seen, you're gonna have to tell him. No, I can't tell him, I whined. Can't I just admire him from afar? Like, this isn't an anime. Cleo slapped her forehead. You can't be all, notice me, senpai. Longing from afar is for cowards, and pining is for trees. Yeah, she's Cleopatra, all right. You've got to be the one to take charge. Now, go up to that guy, look him dead in the eyes, and tell him, Franz, we're dating now. Franz? My love-struck brain stopped working. The guy from math class? No, I don't like him. Wait, what? Cleo pouted. I thought that you did. Oh, assuming, you know what they say. Makes the ass out of you and Ming. No, I mean, I like him. He's okay, but I don't like him. We don't talk much. Oh, now it was Cleo's turn to blush. So, who do you like? I like Lancelot, I admitted, my little heart going doki doki. He's cool. She made a face at me. He's sitting at the UK table. Ugh, how cool could he be? Cleo, please, I practically begged her. I can't do it. Just let me pine like a tree. I want to be a tree.
I'm the Lorax. I speak for the trees.
Fine, she relented. You know, if you're ever nervous about dating or whatever, we could do a double date to make it a little easier. That's always a good offer. Take some of the tensions off just, you and the other person 100% out. But in high school, yeah, it's basically exclusively double dating. OP says, I didn't even know you had a boyfriend. I felt awful. Here was my best friend enjoying life, and I hadn't kept up with this new romantic development. I don't. But I can, and I will if you need help dating Lance. She's a user. She's just gonna take this poor high school boy out on a date and then drop him like a sack of potatoes because her friend needs company. Oh, Cleo, that's nasty. You shouldn't do that. Maybe she does have somebody she likes, but you see where my brain runs off to. Anyways, damn. I wish I had her self-confidence. I hugged her and said, thank you. Friends like Cleo honestly were rare, and few and far in between, and I would need her strength soon enough. History class was divided into nations that we, the students, got to pick. We were mostly friends. We cared for one another and shared in the slings and arrows of high school. But all that it would take to cause an international incident was one misstep in developing relationships. Yeah, it's kind of just like the real world. Everything is really tenuous. Imagine if the United States just started dating North Korea out of nowhere. That's a catastrophe. Just waiting to happen. And yeah, people did stupid things when they were in love. And if you add in the already wrapped up identities of nations that the class had now embraced, and things were going to get much, much worse. For as the rumors swirled, Camelotbeard's rage grew. And he wasn't the only one. Yeah, because, he's the king, so he could bed down a milady on her wedding night, That's the king's right. At least I read in a book somewhere. Maybe it was not the kind of book that I should be reading. But history class was something else that day. The rumor had, of course, made its rounds throughout the class, despite my protests, and this was not helped by El Cid and I walking into class together. The second we stepped in, everybody knew. El Cid motioned for me to follow him to the table. Sitting down, the classroom no longer felt welcoming. We were on trial, and the class was our judge Jerry and executioner. I mean, jury and executioner. So, Catherine grinned. You and were not, I once more protested. I believe it, Isabella nodded. No offense, but I can't really see you two together. Thank you, OP says. Yeah, I wouldn't date you. El Cid shrugged. Isabella, Miguel, Catherine, and Santiana looked at him in sheer disbelief. It took him a moment to realize the impact of his words. I mean, yeah, like, you're dateable. People like you. Guys help. He has a thing for Joan, Isabella explained. She shot him down flat, Miguel sighed. It was bad, Catherine cringed. The Hindenburg going down was less of a disaster than that, Santayana laughed. It wasn't that bad, Sid defended himself, crossing his arms. Did I come on a little strong? Maybe. Yeah, but I got back up again. Doesn't that count for anything? Not in a relationship, my friend. Everything else in life, but not relationships. You get one shot, and once the shot is done, if you miss, you're screwed. Maybe you could try asking her out again, I asked. El Cid shook his head. She doesn't want to date anyone, he moped. Alas, El Cid's broken heart were the least of my problems. History class was tense, but the second I stepped out and into the hall, I was ambushed. Not by the nefarious and odious fake king of the castle, Camelotbeard, but instead by Franz from the Austrian table. Hey, LP, he's suddenly by my side. I hadn't heard him coming, nor did I see him at all. What's up, Franz? I had a question for you, and I wanted an answer. My stomach did a backflip. Yeah? So, I heard that you and El Cid were dating. Is that true? I don't think this is Austrian. It's like more German. Is it kind of the same? I guess they're neighbors, whatever. Franz was straightforward and to the point. I appreciated it, but at the time, I was uneasy. We are not, I replied. Oh, great. Oh, he has eyes for her as well. This big old love triangle is going on. I think that's like 80% of high school. It's just love triangles. Other 20% is like bad lunch. And the last 2% is infidelity. Because you always got to give 102% of high school. I guess, whatever. Franz grinned, and he gave a thumbs up to someone who had been walking in front of me. I turned my head as fast as I could, and there I saw her. Gwen. She turned away and pretended not to see me. You and Sid? Gwen glared at me as she sped down the hall. Oh, the UK table and the Spain table's mixing. Lady Guinevere, how could you do this? Gwen glared at me as she speed walked down the hall. I caught up with her while Franz was hot on my heels. Wait, I don't mean it like that. It's just, I don't know. I never knew. That's 'cause it's a secret. She glared at Franz. Emphasis on secret, Franz. I was discreet. A thumbs up is not discreet, Gwen hissed and rubbed her face in disgrace. Heh, that rhymes. Super facepalm time. Wow, we're rhyming everywhere. That holiday song thing has really caught on to me. So, you like El Cid, huh? Yes, she admitted. And then I heard you two were dating, and I wanted to, I don't know, I just needed to know if I was wasting my time. I really do like him, OP. He's cute, and I thought you were dating Camelotbeard, I asked. Why would you think that? More assumptions. Uh-oh. I mean, I don't know. You were just always together, and never mind. I had fallen for the same fallacy as everyone else. I had no leg to stand on. Are you gonna ask him out? Gwen looked at me like I was a complete dumbass, which, at that age, to be fair, I was. Ah, the field of landmines that was love, or puppy love. What a perilous journey! Here we were, two idiots pining and too scared to take the next step forward. I decided that since I was a dumbass, I might as well leap forward into the landmines. Yeah, clear the way for everybody else. Make the ultimate sacrifice. I like Lance, I confessed. Why? Franz asked. Nobody's talking to you, Franz. Get out of here. I think he's cool. But that's not the point. You like Sid and I like Lance. So, God, I was a dumbass. I was an idiot, but this was all gonna be worth it, as long as I kept my defenses up and never wavered in the face of Camelotbeard. I'll make you a deal. Trade me places, I'll go to the UK, you head off to Spain, and I'll smooth it all over with Miss G. You would do that for me? Her lower lip wobbled and her eyes became teary. Camelotbeard is, well, he could be a lot to handle. Are you gonna be okay? I don't know. My heart was racing. But let's find out, I guess. Yes, I say it again. I was stupid. But tell that to my heart, which was going doki doki. I made the decision to leave Spain and travel to the UK. Was this a good idea? No. Was this something that I would regret? Yes. Was it worth the growing pains? Also yes. This wasn't going to be a grand adventure. No. This was going to be a not-so-stealthy operation that would put me directly in the line of fire with Camelotbeard. But we'll get into that in the next story. Next time on Dragon Beard Z. God, dude. I guess it's like tabletop and high school shenanigans. It just gives me a sense of relief. I know nothing too terrible is going to happen. Just a little bit of quarreling while these kids figure out what love is supposed to mean. And I kind of like it, honestly. Takes me back to younger times. I'm a bit disappointed that we didn't get much cringe in this episode. I'm still a little bit hungry. But I assume that we're just setting up something bigger for next episode. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we ain't got to wait too long. Now that classes is done and stuff, I will drop into your DMs, I suppose. just a little poke. Be like, hey, what's going on? Can't you please feed me some cringe that I can share with the people? Please, I want some more. Definitely a tangled web, but I can't wait to see it get even tanglier. I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, I hope that you like, comment, and or subscribe. Maybe share the video around because that is the biggest brain MVP play that I ever saw. We also got all kinds of links in the description, of course. Plugs, playlists, and my podcast. Yes, sir. Spotify now has a thing where you can rate podcasts. So if you could, get in there and give me a 5 stars or whatever you feel I deserve on Spotify, that would be pretty cool. And of course, we've also got my social medias down there, Twitter, Discord, Facebook. Come on through. Say hello. We've also got my Patreon and my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous patrons. I'd like to thank them as I do every episode. So thank you, Jerry much, to
Robert Waits, Jarhead Jerry, Oorah, Logan Wolf, River Jerry, Conrad Ingy, Clapping Cloud Jerry, Hong Kong, Aaron W, Twisted Chow, Cinnamon Susie, Danny, Jerry Nerdnick, For All Lang Sign, Fire Drake, Giggle Jerry, Hee Hee, Ayuriri, the most different Jerry spelling, Jari the Pirate. I love it. Livingston loves Jerry, so does ReddX, Rogue, Silent Revolver, the OG Jerry, that's him, Jerry, Becca, Jerish Kitsune, Little Lone Wolf, Matthew Simmons, hey, that's a new one, welcome to the fold, friend, Satori, 211 Jerry, the return of Jerry, a bundle of Jerrys are coming for your toes, not my toesies, also a new one, hello, welcome, a Jerry, a Juggling Jerry's, a Justy Jargonian Jerry, Alunia, Althea, Anunnaki, Assassin Pug Jerry, Bang Bang, Atheist Jerry, Grizzly, Bailey Joy, Bearded Jerry, watch out for that guy, Bitch Gremlin, Blade the Hero, Blameless Fish, Blip Bloop Jerry, but Jerry, it's cold outside, Camille Sarah, Commander J Tank, Deltarune Jerry, Dinosaur Nightlight, Dennis Dayton, Disposable Waifu, Dragon Shade, Aaron Lennox, Frozen Over Studios, Gypsy, Hadrian BR, Heathcliff, Itchy Nuts, just scratching bro, a pimp named Jay Crisp, yes, you gotta say the whole thing, JM Coon, Jennifer Schaefer, Jerry Big Nuts, aka Mr. J, Jerry Blacktail, Jerry, Belady Dix, Jerry that's more Jerry than the other Jerrys, Jerry the Outlaw Mother Trucker, honk honk, John Hero, John Jerry, Jingleheimer Schmidt, hey, that's my name too. Jolly Black Jerry, Simbooficus if you're boofing is free, K Jerry W Kajow, Crewhee, Miss Monday, Lord Jerryo, leader of the Thunder Jerrys, ho! Jackets Rule, Melgar the Destroyer, Mr. Carrot 797, God of Veggies, good for your eyes, Natari, Nightmare Jerry, Origami Steve Jerry, or Origami Jerry Steve, I think I'm mixed up now, Panda Prince Jerry, Phantom of the Pines, Jerrykins and Jerry Beth, Ramtide Lacrimates, I don't know what that word means, I still didn't look it up, Rose Jerry Miller, TSM Kirby, Sarita the Lolita, Serrated Ash, Staples, aka Jerry Yeet, Stephanie Goodner, Synaptic Boomstick, Brilliant Tomago, Tato Fair, Teddy the Police, 10-Ton Monster, The One True Fusky, Tom, but it's the Jerry on the inside that counts, Church, Treeberg, Vigilante Justice, Viking Jerry, we filed a missing persons report for Marble Jerry, we probably should have done that a while ago, what does the beard say? Willman, Comrade Mooney, Kira, you're a wizard, Jerry. Redwing, Goose says honk, Jerry, Atrick, Naga Viper, Side Jerry the Cyborg, a normal Jerry. Now I worry about Marble Jerry. We should ask Sherlock Jerry Holmes for help. God damn it. Jerry, Hunter of Jerry's, Devourer of all things tasty. It is Tom, not a Jerry, like I said before. Admiral T-Tank, Alunia, Amara, Atomic Jerryzilla, AZ, Banished Knight, Babushka's a Radiated Jam, Broken Spine, Horse Radish, the original different Jerry, Cake Jerry, California Jerry Girl, yeah, Canadian Lynx, Cha-Cha-Cha-Chia, Jerry, Chris Meska, Cinnamon Bunny Dog, come with me if you want to, Jerry. Furry Worry, Awoo Jerry, Cryptides, Cuban Jerry, the Fawn Jerry, Dopamine Drought, not around here, bruh. Electrical Fennec, Ghost of Alpha, give her both inches. Give her both inches. God damn it. He not HMT Mayor. Holy Perry, Jerry. That's your short game, Jerry. Hydra Jerry. Jerry and Tom versus Santa Werebeard Apocalypse. Jerry in the Subaru STI. Not a sponsor. Jerry Binks. Check out the mustache on Jerry Aldo Rivera. We also got Jerry Bean. Yum. Jerry Roxas. Yay. Jerry Role-Playing Game, a.k.a. Bloody Butterfly Gaming. Judge. Jerry and Executioner. King Tom. Smasher of Jerry Zillas. Or so I heard. Kittykin, Crafty Kitty Cat. Life of a Guardian. Little Ann Woods. Lucia Lovecraft. Maybe next time Midnight Sun, Milkfed, Gimp, Miss Duchess, Not Invisible. Angel, I see you. One leg Jerry sings Jingle Bells. Let me see you hop around. Jingle the bells for me. Origami Cam. Ghosty. Raptor Art. She's my Jerry Pie. Go drink a Mountain Dew. What a big surprise. Cringe so good. Make a grown man cry. Sweet Jerry Pie. Buck Cherry for Jerry. Silurian King. Snary, that's Snom Jerry. Spoony, Steampunk Ellie, Terry. Or the crippling duality of being both a Tom and a Jerry. Necro Jerry Con. The original Jerry, not the most different Jerry. Maybe to Infinite Jerry and beyond. Definitely. Tuna Fish Jerry. The Aquarium Escapee. Zestaboo Jerry. And Tom Promise Jerry Swears. Oh no, bad Jerry, Tom. Be a good boy, don't swear. It's just fact. Soy size. Go ahead, look it up. By it, I mean another ReddX video.
Thank you guys all so much for killing it on the Patreon. We are going to break 200 patrons relatively soon here, and that is mind-blowing to me. I'm beyond grateful. Like I said, this is a year that has changed my life. I think I actually said that in the Cringemas video, which I sung right before recording this one, but regardless, 100% true. My life has just improved immeasurably, and I have all of you guys to thank for it. I do hope some more people will consider signing up on the Patreon, but I mean, if you can't afford to do it right now, don't sweat it too hard, friends. The most important thing is you came through, you watched the video, and I hope that you'll come on back and do the same thing again tomorrow. In order to do so, you need to keep yourself safe out there, wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something that you personally enjoy today. Maybe like, watching some more ReddX videos. If that's something that you enjoy, I hope that it is. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, and you definitely deserve it. I shall see you again tomorrow for the next one. And until then, friends, bye-bye.